boys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we got a topic that, well, I made a video earlier this week. Good lord, I can't drift anymore. But I made a video earlier this week talking about a couple DLC cars that Forza has added to the game and how I wasn't too thrilled about them. One of them being a car where you had to purchase $20 worth of nail polish to even get your hands on the vehicle. The other one came with a controller, but neither of which were even remotely exciting. So it kind of got me thinking about the next DLC that Forza is going to possibly release to their game. Because it's no surprise that Horizon 5 seemed a little bit unfinished when they released it to us. Let's go to the auction house. I always feel more comfortable like auction sniping for cars there. I still really want to get my hands on this brand new Porsche, so I'm going to auction snipe for that while I talk. But anyways, it got me thinking about Forza Horizon 5 possibly having some new DLC. Now, I was wrong, kinda. I thought that when Horizon 4 released, the first DLC came out pretty soon after, and I believe the initial DLC that released was the Fortune Island pack, and I think the Lego came a little bit later. But with Fortune Island, I was under the impression it was about 6 months after Horizon 4 released is when they released that expansion. However, it was about 13 months after they released Horizon 4 that their first expansion came out. So upon learning this today, I'm a little bit disappointed because what that means is the Horizon 5 that we know and we're all playing right now, it's alright. Like, I'm gonna be honest, unless you've just started playing the game this month, chances are you've probably done everything there is. The story mode is very short and quick. I know that's one thing Goosiest wasn't a super big fan of in the game. He kind of completed it in like a month worth of streaming, so he got kind of bored of it. I'm assuming a lot of other people are too. Now, if you're like me and you enjoy the auction house, it kind of leaves you up with unlimited fun because they're always coming out with new cars at least every week. But as far as content goes in the game, it's kind of not a whole lot other than the story mode. Let's go to the map and take a look at that. So upon a first glance, it does look like there's a lot to do. But then you have to remember a lot of these are not real events, and I don't even have everything unlocked necessarily, but there's a lot of speed traps, speed zones, and danger signs and drift zones because they give you all of those at the same time. In Horizon 4, you used to have to unlock more as you did more of them. The barn finds, all of those show up. If you get given gifts, those show up. XP signs, but if we filter off all that kind of stuff, this is what we're left with. Now, keep in mind, I don't have everything in the game unlocked, but I have lots of the road racing and the street racing unlocked, which is what people tend to enjoy doing. I know the off-road, I'm a bit of a fan of that myself, but it's not the main draw behind Horizon 4. It's mostly the road racing and the street racing, which, as you can see, there's not really a whole lot of it. And if you were to sit down and really play this game for even a week straight, you could do every single event Horizon 5 has to offer without a problem, and probably 100% them. Now, that being said, it's not really the end of the world because we have Event Lab with event blueprints, and people are always making tons of fun, unique races you can do. I'm going to be very honest, if Forza didn't have this aspect of the game involved at all, where the community couldn't make their own maps, it would be unbelievable how fast people would stop playing this game. And the other thing is, lots of these events are kind of just like skill point farms, which, to be fair, you know, they've done good things for me, so I'm not gonna say anything bad about them. But if you're just looking for fun sort of races, like, tough luck. It's not really a lot of them in there. But anyways, that all being said, it still is nice to think about a possible expansion for Forza Horizon 5's DLC. Even though we're a little ways away more than likely from getting it, I still personally like to brainstorm a little bit about what we'd like to see. Now, this is what I've come up with just in the past day of thinking, and it's not really that crazy, but I'm kind of flabbergasted because initially I thought of Fortune Island 2, that would be super cool. I know that was everyone's. I feel like in Horizon 4, in that last year of its lifespan before this game came out, 90% of people, if they had Fortune Island, that's where they were spending all their time, taking various cars, trying to beat your high score, going up and down the mountain. It was a lot of fun, and you'd see people there literally all the time, tons of people, streamers, if they were playing Horizon 4, that's one of the spots they like to hang out. And I feel like the volcano that Horizon 5 put into this game, it was very obviously meant to be a replacement for Fortune Island, and they tried to integrate that into the actual map. but I hardly see anyone there for the reason that, first of all, it's a lot harder and more narrow to drift than Fortune Island was. They're not as smooth transitions. There's a lot of jerky corners, which I'm sure I don't have to explain this all to you guys, but I'm going to anyways. It's also a lot longer, which isn't the end of the world, but as soon as you start making something that long, it's pretty much twice the size of the Fortune Island one. It is a lot harder to go the entire distance without crashing, and people don't really like that. People like to feel like they're generally good at a game. So although I'm not getting anything, so we're gonna go drift, by the way. Let's go to the volcano. So although I would love to see a second Fortune Island expansion added to this game, well, let's turn off those skill points. That's annoying. Hey, I thought I turned you off. What the heck? I doubt we're going to see it because chances are in Forza's mind, they've already given us exactly what we wanted by adding this volcano for free to the game, but it's not really what I think most of us were hoping for in a monstrous drift zone. I think if Forza even just took Fortune Island and added it as a DLC, it would take them, okay, I don't know a lot about the coding, but I feel like just copying and pasting a map and giving it to us for like even $5, they'd sell tons of those and people would be thrilled to be able to try all these Horizon 5 cars out on their favorite drift zone. That would be super cool, and they wouldn't have to wait a whole year to put it out. Chances are it's not going to happen, though. Chances are our first DLC is going to be a little underwhelming. They're not going to listen to the community. But a few cool things it could be, like just more racetracks. I don't know. Anything fun. I have to be honest, the thing I want the least is more like drag racing. And like just smaller open world maps. I think focus it around racing or drifting or just something important like Fortune Island was. I'm realizing now I have to stop doing these kinds of videos. I'm literally just recording and complaining about Horizon 5. In all honesty, it is a beautiful game. They did a really good job and they're working hard to fix a lot. I can see that the multiplayer, and when it got really bad, they're putting out fixes kind of like every single day, hoping to make the community happy and what they thought was wrong. It's nice to see an honest effort putting in. It's just content-wise, we need something a little extra to keep us interested in the game. It wore out very fast, and I think lots of the community enjoys racing over drifting even. So some drifting map packs would be, or not drifting, racing would be unbelievable. Can you imagine if Forza did something with like Formula 1? That would be crazy. Anyways, boys, hopefully you guys have some thoughts on this video. Let me know them down below. I want to know what you guys want for an expansion if Forza ever decides to do one. I know I did a lot of talking today, so if you made it through to the end, let me know down below so I can give you a heart. As always, we'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.